Hello and welcome to the Liberate Me podcast. This is Anita Gosel. It's been a while. Your Liberate Me Sacred Geometry Activation Expert, restoring your bespoke soul design signature. This is the most accelerated creation and the end to traditional self-help coaching. And I want to welcome you to the podcast today for modern liberated souls who are looking to bring joy back into their lives, for men, for women, for everybody that is here and ready to rise into new beginnings by knowing their truth, their freedom code, and learning how to attract precisely what they desire from their very own DNA. This is where we get to activate living liberated, living free, living our true selves, and really get to the root of what holds us back and break free and transcend repeated patterns to stop feeling like we're broken, because you are not broken, and instead activate our true identities and live it for extreme joy, love, wealth in our lives. Today, I am here to share with you a sacred geometry activation reading in the 1111 creation portal that is opening up, is actually already open in these days that are preceding it and the days that are after it. Hence why we are here after some time and excited to drop this in for you. So hello, gorgeous, liberated people, souls on the rise. Today, I'm going to dive into that sacred geometry reading and we will segue into that right now. Enjoy. Hello and welcome to the Sacred Geometry Creation by Soul Design activation reading with the 1111 creation portal. That is CREATION. Creation by your Soul Design signature activation reading, which is very potent energy that is alive right now. To utilize this in the most potent way, you require your one-of-a-kind bespoke sacred geometry signature. Generic approaches give very little or short-term movement and not long-term upgrades and the creation power or manifestation power that you have available to you right now in this time. If you don't have that, you can ask for it. If you do have that, you can reach out for your specific messages and activations inside of this potent portal that is open right now. So the 1111 creation energy portal is open. It is a very exciting time to make movement. It's a very straight up energy. That means there's no messing about, no going sideways or left. It's really about embodying your soul design purpose, your embodiment of who you're here to be, what you're here to enjoy, and what you're here to do unconditionally in every single way, no matter what. Those of us that are straight up in this energy come into our sovereign. And we'll talk a bit more about the sovereign, which is a feminine trait creation powerhouse, very specific, very bespoke to you. How that shows up is different for each design, okay? But we will talk about that today so you can personalize it. That is about taking charge around what you're desiring, no matter what the logic may be coming in and telling you, and really honoring your sacred geometry and the sources that are within you, within your body, which we call your micro sacred geometry, and outside of your body, which we call your macro sacred geometry in the universe. And there is a golden ball of a planet, of a star, whichever way you want to see it, that is your sacred geometry reality world that was created just for you, where everything you're here to receive is pre-created just for you. So this is what's really, really important for you to know. Grab a notepad or listen in carefully to activate these pulls and activate as you be with it. Even better, activate it live. It's happening right now. It doesn't just happen on 11/11. So the days before it, a lot of intense energy, and the days after it, there's a lot of opportunity here to 3x your creation powers. And we do have very potent creation powers that are hidden to most of us until we get to know our sacred geometry signature and the layers within that. But here you get to unlock it. So we wanted to put this message out in Liberate Me as it was given to me. So it's raw and it's ready to go. Here we go. Number 1, there is triple creation energy. So you have incredible creation energy anyway. When you activate your sacred geometry soul design signature and bring it online in very specific ways it asks you to. Now that is 3x'd. Okay, so feel that in your sovereign. Well, who do I want to be with that? What do I want to enjoy inside of that? What do I want to do about this that maybe I wouldn't have done before? Okay, to move in a brand new way that it's asking me to move. So it is creation that is available right now on steroids. There is what we call cosmic justice here to get what is justifiably yours, your justice, because you must remember what is yours to receive is pre-created, pre-contracted in your sacred geometry world, in the unseen, in the formless, and it wants to come into form, right? It's yours to have, but you have to reciprocate it. You have to come into that sovereign and be very straight up inside of that energy right now. And it really is a unification of who you are not and who you are here to be, and bringing that together, and a unification inside of your sacred geometry and inside of your authenticity, your personal truth, owning who you are fully and really looking at who I am. Is that really who I am? Let me get real. Your sacred geometry will tell you who you're here to be. All the answers are inside of that. So there's nothing to figure out as such. It's all within there. So it's not to create anxiety or worry, even though there may be a lot of that intense energy at the moment. And that's okay, because it's happening for you, not to you, because there's so much intense creation power right here. So right now it is about doing the things in this straight up sovereign, taking charge energy, doing the things that what we call inside of your sacred geometry soul design signature. Each and every one of you in your design will have yours bespoke to you, what we call your inner creation authority. If you don't know what that is, ask what is mine, okay? And doing what it's asking right now. And what will prevail from that is triple X creation of what you desire, or even better, to come into form. It's huge. So it's making sure what your sacred geometry is asking from you, who it is asking you to be, what it is asking you to enjoy, what it is asking you to do right now is followed through on, that you take action on that. Even if you don't know why, or it feels scary, or whatever it is, right now it's so important to come into that sovereign being, that warrior, in a very straight up way, and take charge. Those are beings that do this right now. There's going to be so much creation power for you and your collective, those around you in your soul design collective, and in the world at large, because it is that unification. So even if one of us do this, but if many of us do this, it's going to create a unification of all the pain that's being experienced in the world right now. Because as awful as some of the things are, it's actually happening for us and not to us, to transcend. And where does it start? It starts with each one of us to transcend this and step into this, and not wait for others or try to have it happen in other ways. It just doesn't happen in other ways. So this is really a golden portal, creation portal. If you look at it like gold, right? Gold energy, a gold ball. Okay, the 1111 creation portal in your sacred geometry soul design signature. It is a strong moment right now to move into your sovereignty, to move beyond your limitations. So ask yourself, what am I being called to move into my sovereignty right now? Where am I being called to step beyond my limitations? Where I know what it is, or I've got a feeling or an inkling, and you can please do reach out and ask. If your client, of course, will personalize this to you. If you're listening to this on one of the social media platforms, feel free to direct message and reach out. and we can take it from there, okay? Or at least ask yourself, where am I not stepping into that sovereignty to move beyond my limitations right now, where I know the calling is there? Now is the time, my loves. Whew. Okay, so you would have been feeling, most likely in the run up to this, uncomfortable, uncertain, a lot of intense energy, overwhelm, maybe even illness, and a lot has felt uncertain and not in control. And that is all beautiful. That is all in the design of the sacred geometry moving. We are not prejudiced to the negative emotions inside of your sacred geometry, because you require the negative and the positive, the yin and the yang, to transcend it in very specific ways. And this is a beautiful creation portal right now, a huge one in the 1111. It is here to help you to come into your bespoke design of who you're here to be, into your creation powerhouse of your sovereignty that lives inside of your body, in your micro sacred geometry. And it's a really upright kind of pillar. It's like your spine, if you like. And it's from your inside in your spine, it's upright, and it's going right out of you into the unseen, into the macro sacred geometry. So it's asking you right now to feel like you are enough to step into this activation, the strength and the will that you choose right now to be fully present with what your macro sacred geometry is asking from you, and to step into that so you become fully out there as who you are, is what's going to happen. As you come into who you're here to be and how you're here to operate, it can start delivering what is yours to receive in accelerated ways. Things that you think are impossible start to come in because they're already pre-curated in that sacred geometry reality world in the unseen. So this right now is about boldly stepping forward without looking back, without comparing yourself to others, without second guessing yourself, without limiting yourself. And as you have that pre-curated potential there, it's really about claiming what we call your sacred geometry sovereign creation powerhouse, a royalty-like feeling. It will give you the feeling that you are in control, but you have to activate it first. And the control feeling comes as a result of that. And it's a beautiful control. It's a graceful control. It's not a control that I need this control, otherwise I can't cope. Okay. It's a new feeling. And what it feels like in your world right now. In your world right now, it may feel like things have been going down and down. So it will feel like it's going up. Okay, it will feel like an upward energy. So this energy is here now through the 11/11, right now on 11/11 as well, and in the days after. So answering these calls right now is going to be everything. 11/11 is here to help you come into your bespoke soul design creation powerhouse of sovereignty. It lives in your body, in your micro sacred geometry. In this, we have, like, if you imagine yourself as an upright pillar, feeling that you are enough to step into this, into your strength, it will fully present to you what your macro sacred geometry is asking from you to step into, which will be ultimately to be fully out there as who you are here to be, what you are here to enjoy, and what you are here to do. But this happens organically, naturally, through activating it through your sacred geometry signature. Okay? Any questions on that, please ask. It is essentially, this is about boldly stepping forward without looking back, without comparing yourself to others, without second guessing yourself, without limiting yourself, and understand you have a pre-curated potential that wants to come online. So even if you are looking back, even if you are comparing yourself with others, even if you are second guessing yourself, the call is to step into your sovereignty anyway, to feel two emotions, feelings at the same time, but allow your emotion of stepping into your sacred geometry activation of what it's looking for you to step into with strength, and let that one be in the lead. As you may be feeling uncomfortable, uncertain, not in control, and that is in design. It's been created in design on the run up to this creation portal, because we require the intensity, the friction energy, the contrast to activate creation. So it's all happening for us and not to us. If we can be with it inside of our sacred geometry signatures and see what it's all here for. It is about claiming your sacred geometry or your sovereignty, royalty. It will give you a feeling that you gain some of that control, but in a brand new way. So in these days, you want to accept your sacred geometry. You want to accept the calling from your signature, from the sources, the messages, the activations that you're being called to step into. And with that reciprocation, with that bravery, with that courage, it has the ability to give you your power, your talent, your strengths. By accepting this and the activation in this, it gives you what has really always been yours to receive. And simultaneously accepting your life as it is now. Okay? Seeing that by stepping into this is going to activate creation, triple creation power at this moment of what you desire, or even better. And that will come in. Yet at the same time, accepting your life as it is now, knowing there is so much for you in the unseen that is ready to activate and come into form. So you can feel both feelings at the same time. It is now in the formless form, and it wants to come into physical form, what you desire, or even better. So what is it that you desire right now? What is that first step? What is that action? It's asking you to step into that sovereignty. And know what is now in that non-physical place, in the formless, is real, it exists. And it is in your sacred geometry world, that golden ball. And it is attempting to come in, but it needs you to activate this. And this is not by affirmations, not by meditation, not by visualizing as such. It actually takes literal activation, literal action, messages that come bespoke from your soul design signature, and stepping into this no matter what, right? In that straight up energy. No sort of messing about, going sideways around it, just straight in. Going into that sovereign, being in charge of your life. And it starts with your sacred geometry messages and activations to utilize within this. Everything is actually in perfection in your design, whether it feels good or bad right now. There is no good and bad. So the sovereign is not arrogance at all. It does not mean taking advantage of anyone at all. This is how the full self, the false traits inside of your individual fingerprinted DNA signature in your soul design may try to fool you to stop you from stepping into your sovereignty, but this is not the case. It is actually activating the inner and outer most freedom for you and for us all. When we activate this as individuals, because we are connected, even though we seem like we're separate, we're not, we're actually connected. It activates creation for everybody. So to walk the path you came here to walk is the creation activator in what the sacred geometry is asking the collective to enter right now, to transcend into, to walk the path you came here to walk, who you came here to be, and receive exactly what was contracted for you to receive at this moment, because this is in the highest good of all. This is how that unification happens. And it is a vertical line up your spine, out to your macro sacred geometry, to connect directly to your sacred geometry power. And you are part of something bigger. It wants you to realize that you are part of something bigger here. Just because you can't see it with your physical eyes doesn't mean it's not there. And it's about leaning into that and into yourself. There's a resurgence right now of the tribe. A tribe like Croatian power. Gathering to get support and to give you support. So as you activate this, it is saying in this reading, any feelings of feeling ostracized by your tribe, family, friends, partners, work, being stabbed in some way, is all happening for you, not to you. None of that negative is real. All of this has been used as vessels to show us where the pain is and what requires to evolve at this time through each one of us. So, as tough as these things are, they have happened by design. You're not broken. You do not need fixing. This world is not broken. It does not need fixing. This is about unification in humanity, coming back to our humanity at this time. So it's happening for you by design. And if you choose to step into your sovereignty, it will have a ripple effect on each other and across this planet. The more of us that can step into this bravely, transcend what we call the root wound and the four straight parts of your signature to bring us into our humankind, back into our humankind in that resurgence of being you, together with you, and with all. So those are the messages today. I'm going to leave you with an activation to bring this all together and activate it into what you desire even better. If you know your sacred geometry signature, you can dive deeper with this as clients of Liberate Me. Or if you want to reach out and receive that to deepen this, please do so. You can just message. Or if you just want to be with this in some way as you're receiving it, also beautiful. Here is the activation to be with over 1111. The activation is to ask your sacred geometry macro sources, and if you don't know what that is, the universe at large, everything that is bigger than you, that you can't see but you know that is there. Ask now, what is your particular power? What is my particular power? What power do I have? Ask the sources, receive the answer. Write down the first thing that comes down. It may be words, feelings, noises, colors, senses. What is that? Just write it down. Doesn't have to make sense. If it does, that's okay too. It can be a little or a lot. What is my particular power? Next up, ask with this power to the sacred geometry macro sources, the universe at large, everything that is bigger than you, and also going within now to your micro sacred geometry, dialing into your soul, your heart, your emotions, inside of your body, asking, what am I being asked to be right now? What am I being asked to be right now? Get the answers from within, from your heart and soul, and from without, through your sovereignty, like through a crown, through the top of your head, and then from the inside to you. What am I being asked to be? Again, just take instantly what comes through. Feelings, words, colors, senses, whatever you get is beautiful. And then take that to, what am I being asked to enjoy inside of this right now? Enjoy my relationships, in my body, in my beauty. What am I being asked to enjoy? Again, receiving it from this macro sacred geometry through your head, through your crown, into your being, and from downwards and upwards inside of your body. And writing that down. And finally, asking, okay, what is What is it I am being asked to do right now in my sovereignty to activate the creation in this 1111 incredible, potent, on steroids creation portal? What is one thing I'm being asked to do right now? And that is your activation. You can add this or something even better for the highest good of all. And it is for the highest good of all. And now it's about stepping into that sovereignty. We are not just playing with this energy. You really want to use it, okay, in that reciprocation. So for the clients to liberate me, please step in and ask if you have any questions as you be with this. For those receiving this in any other format in social media or any other place, please feel free to ask for your sacred geometry signature, or if you have any questions, please reach out. Or be with this in your own way, in the best possible way you can receive it. Trust me, it's activating anyway, even if you don't understand all of the pieces. Logically, you don't require to. In essence, this is about stepping into your power and your sovereignty. And remember, you may not be able to control what's happening around you right now, and nor do you want to. You just want to utilize it for what it's here for, through the algorithm of your sacred geometry signature. And all of that is good. What is hard and is intense is being designed to use it for transcendence. When you know how to be with it in that way, you can even be light with that kind of energy. Your signature helps you in that way. Sovereign means that you are empowered to make choices, right? So what is that choice? The ones your sacred geometry has given you in what we call that inner creation authority. That's what you're accessing through that mini activation there, to have the strength in the face of adversity now to follow that sacred geometry and the answers you were given. And you will see that your sacred geometry from the macro sources, those things that are way bigger than us, where everything is pre-created for you, pre-contracted, the universe at large starts to respond to you differently. As you step in this way, because you have responded differently, the sacred geometry caters and provides for those beings that step in strength in the face of adversity, seeing the truth of it. And it gives you what is yours to receive, what you desire, or even better, your pre-contracted destiny to the beings that are going to say yes and be brave enough to enter their sovereign right now. It starts singing to your tune, which is pretty freaking cool, because we're meant to be singing in a tune together. It's your sovereign. It's exceptionally easy to create and manifest, accelerate into your life what you want, what is yours, what you deserve. So you can really feel the golden energies coming through from this kind of golden ball of energy that's happening right now. To really understand that you are here right now to get in charge of it, okay? To be in charge. So you will feel like you're raising up into you and around you as you activate this. This is like there are new guides, new messengers, new spirit guides, whichever the way you want to see or receive it, that want to come through for you right now. And as you honor your sacred geometry and your soul design and those activations in this sovereignty, in this 1111 portal, boom, it's going to move for you. And when I say new guides, these are very potent creation agents developed from you, to you, from you, for you, in your sacred geometry. And they are very potent right now when you choose to use them in this 1111 portal. They want to connect with you, yet they require an invitation, an action, an activation for you to do your part so it can do its part. So imagine right now your sacred geometry, macro sacred geometry, the universe at large is throwing you a golden ball at you, right at you, and you catch it. And the activation is, as you hold this golden ball, this is everything you desire or even better, everything that's been pre-created for you, you bring this into you, into your micro sacred geometry, into your being, and it will be there. Your sacred geometry requires you to take the invitation, to give them the invitation, to reciprocate in the ways that I've been given today to come into this. So utilize this, beautiful ones. It's a beautiful time. We are here. We are together. We are activating this together. There's unification in humanity inside of this. Happy activating. Any questions, any feelings, any insights, anything at all, reach out. Utilize this fully. It's an incredible time, and know that everything is happening for you, not to you, throughout this time. Emotionally elevate, be excited. You get to activate this even through the adversity that might be coming up. I love you. Take care, and I shall speak to you soon. Bye-bye.